Hey there, all subs and visitors. This video is going to be a really quick one. I just wanted to show something relating to an eclipse that happened on the 20th of April in 2023. It was called a hybrid eclipse, and this could be seen from Western Australia, East Timor, and the eastern Indonesian islands. And I do recall this, but look, to be honest, I've never really paid much attention to eclipses, but I mean, it's a bit hard not to at the moment. Everybody's talking about it. Okay, so there is a midpoint here. Okay, so from April 20th, 2023, if you add 177 days, that brings you out to October 14, 2023. And on that date, we had a solar eclipse. I actually remember that one. I remember watching it online. Okay, so from that eclipse, you had another 177 days, and that brings you out to Monday, 8th of April, the April 8th eclipse 2024. The other thing that is interesting is that from April 1st, Mercury goes into retrograde and ends on April 24th. And then today I was reading this article, and the article explains that astrologers warn that the first official retrograde of 2024 could lead to a widespread of identity crisis as people begin to wonder who they really are. Okay, and it goes on to talk about this chaos that is set to simmer down on April 8th, but might not be felt properly until the end of Mercury's retrograde on April 24. Now, I've talked about April 2024 in multiple videos that I've put out, and how many different events that aren't even relating to each other lead to April 24th. So this could be something more of on a spiritual level, where there's a divide taking place, where you're going to have two different realities. I mean, we already know that we exist in two different realities, possibly multiple realities at the same time, right next to each other, and some people see things that other people can't, and some people remember things differently to the way other people remember those things. So it's like things are dividing further and separating further, and I think this will cause good things for some people and bad things for other people. And a positive viewpoint, some people will be able to separate themselves from the negative that they've been dealing with, negative things that they've been dealing with, if they are vibrating on a higher frequency. That's kind of where I see things going, and it's a good thing. There's even duality at the midpoint of each of these eclipse timelines. There's a positive and there's also the negative. And the December 14, 2020 midpoint is like a negative thing, and there's nothing positive about Biden becoming president of the US and the Pfizer rollout. But on the October 14, 2023 midpoint, the only thing I found was positive. That Pfizer reports a revenue loss. And, that's a good thing. We don't want them to make money. But, from December 14, 2020, they were making a solid run on their money with all these jabs that they were manufacturing. So it's good to see it drop. But it just blows my mind that the October 14, 2023 eclipse is of equal measure, either side of itself. It was the odd one out, was singled out, and it has its own little timeline. So it's really interesting. And the only difference between the 2023 eclipse of April is that didn't cross over America, where the other three have. And there was the one in October, and that kind of just doesn't fit in there. So it fits in the other timeline with the other eclipses and the 177 days in between. So they overlap, but each series of overlapping eclipses have a midpoint leading up to April 8th. And it's just fascinating. It really is. So I think we're approaching the end of a cycle. And what does the future hold? Well, I think that's really up to the individual. And there's probably a window of time to sort of get yourself into the right frame of mind. And by April 24th, that will be determined by each individual. And I said this was going to be a short one, so I really just wanted to see where the October 14 eclipse, how it fits in, and I think I found that. So yeah, I'm going to end it and stay positive for April 8th. I don't think there's anything to fear, not for people who are aware. So just be aware and stay in the right headspace. All right, take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.